right, good evening. Welcome to Fantastic Dimensions. We're playing Mörk Borg again. This is my second go at it. We are going to play the fan-made scenario, which is an alternate character creation type scenario called the Fleshworks. This is, does it say the name? Yeah, it was made by Michael Stenson Sullivan. I hope I didn't mispronounce your name, mate. And I found it anyway through the Talk Mörk Borg Facebook group. So yeah, we're going to do that, and then we're going to lead right into Graves Left Wanting from the Mörk Borg cult, which the Fleshworks was kind of designed to play right into the opening of that scenario. So I got 3 players with me tonight. We're going to try to do just one character a piece. We'll see what happens if you die early. We might pull up the random character generator. What's it called? Scumbirther. And just generate another random character or something. But for now, we'll try it with just the 3 of you. One character apiece. Yeah, put this on the screen because I don't think it doesn't really spoil anything. And you probably can't make it out too well anyway. So, we start off in a charnel pit. You come to in this pit with just piles and piles and piles of bones as more bones are raining down from above, and you look up and you can see there's a steep wall of the pit, and up at the top you can see a lesser demon. It looks kind of almost like a cartoonish type demon. He's a bit big in the upper body, and he's pushing a wheelbarrow, and he's just dumping skeletons down into this pit. Some of them are falling apart even before they hit the bottom. Some smash apart as they hit. Some stay intact. And the demon then rights the wheelbarrow and disappears, walks away from the edge of the pit. You don't see him anymore. As you glance at yourselves, you realize that you are actually an animated skeleton yourself. You can't even tell your gender necessarily very easily at the moment. It would seem that you had died, but Necrobel has foreseen that you must be some sort of integral part of his prophecies and therefore resurrected you here in this pile of bones. You have no memories of your current former selves, or how you died currently. You only have the strong desire to escape and get some new flesh. All of your abilities, that would be your, it's agility, strength, I think, toughness, and presence. They're all currently -3. Roll a d8, if you would, please, each of you.
I got an 8.
An 8, okay. So you
Yeah.
have, what'd you roll, Matt?
A 3.
A
I
3?
got a 3.
Oh, Ronnie got a 3, sorry.
Yeah, I got a 3.
And
Matt?
a 7.
Kevin got a 7, yeah? Okay, so that's your hit points, but your toughness is currently a -3. So Ronnie, you have 1 hit point.
Nice.
Matt, you have 5, and Kevin, you have 4 hit points. Roll a d2 as well. Any die, just 1 or 2. Flip a coin if you want.
2.
Okay, that's how many omens you have. Now
Nice.
your
I got
omens.
2 as well.
Yeah, I've put the rules up under my camera feed here for the omens. What you can do with them. You can spend an omen to deal maximum damage with a single attack, or you can spend an omen to re-roll a dice roll, yours or someone else's, or you can spend an omen to lower the damage dealt to you by a d6, or you can spend an omen to neutralize a crit or fumble, or lastly, you could use an omen to lower one test's difficulty rating by 4. Okay, so that's what your omens are. Kind of like luck, if you want. You currently have no equipment. However, there are plenty of femurs lying around if you want to pick one up for a self-defense weapon or something.
I'll do that.
Absolutely.
Yup. Can I pick like a sharp one up?
No, yeah, sure. I don't know if any of them are necessarily very sharp, but you can pick up one with a broken edge, maybe, or break one if you want.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, no problem. So you have a femur. That's a damage of D4.
All right, we're ready.
All right. What do you want to do? You're in at the bottom of this charnel pit, these steep walls leading up out of it, with just you're just standing on piles of bones. You don't even know how deep it goes down beneath you.
Are there any source
Look,
of light?
There is some light coming from above. Yes, you're not sure. You know, there's some kind of a room up there. If you
and we're all.
if you weren't a
I was
skeleton,
just.
you would have nerves and maybe a sense of smell, but you don't have any of that. So you have no idea what the temperature is, or you know.
Yeah. Do we have sight of two other animated skeletons in
Nope,
front of us, or
just the three of you. I mean, yeah,
We
you'd all
got
be aware of each other.
right?
The three of you
we
would
Right.
know
got
Okay.
what's
Right.
going on.
Yeah. Beside myself. Yeah.
Yes, I apologize. Yeah.
No. No problem.
Are the walls of this pit are they smooth or are there like cracks, like
Um,
masonry or anything like that?
yeah, I mean, it's masonry, so it could be climbed. It'd be a tough climb, but you could try.
I propose skeleton pyramid. Maybe we can get one to the top to help the other two up.
at least take a peek, right? All right.
You could maybe
Yeah. I'll like
build
walk over to the wall and like get on my hands and knees and kind of like with my thumb point to my back for the next guy to form the next part of the pyramid.
Okay.
I'll step
Uh,
up and be the next part.
Okay, so you climb up onto his back, and yep. Okay. So
And then
it won't get you all the way to the top. It'll get you up. What I'll do is I'll let you. I'll give you a bonus, not a bonus, but yeah, I'll reduce the difficulty on your climb roll once you get up to the top of that mat.
okay. So
So
that
now you need to give me an agility test.
okay.
So you're going to roll a
Um,
d20. Your agility is currently -3.
I rolled a 6.
Oh, yeah. It's too steep.
But could
And
I?
in your
Oh,
current
go ahead.
skeletal state, you're not very dexterous, and it's hard for you to maneuver yourself properly to climb up.
I kind of have. Could we use like sharpened or broken femurs and bones or whatever to almost act like was it
Like
pythons or whatever,
pythons, yeah.
and just try to jam them into any cracks that we might find, and then
Hmm.
I don't know, haul ourselves up that way.
Yeah, you could certainly try to do that. Yeah, you want to start like breaking off some femurs and start making some pythons.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Well, while he's doing that, I want to like search the walls of the room, see if there's any other entrances or exits.
Yeah, I want to dig through the bones, just try to like giving up on the pyramid, looking for anything useful that might be buried amongst the
Yeah,
other
it just looks like
debris of
bones.
the
It looks like
dead.
they're not dumping any kind of clothing or items or anything down here. I mean, there's not even any skin. It's just skeletons. But yeah,
And
and after about nearly 10 minutes or so, anyway, you hear the sound of the cart rolling up again. Oh, I guess you wouldn't really hear it, would you? Well, let's just say you do. As the demon is wheeling another cart full of skeletons up to the edge of the pit.
I'm gonna hurl my femur at him.
You're gonna hurl your femur at him. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give me a d20 minus 3 for your agility.
Mm, 5.
Okay, yeah, you throw your femur, it bounces off the wall, and he starts shouting down at you in his basso, like demon voice. You don't know what he's saying, um, but it sounds like he's.
Throw us a rope.
And he starts climbing down the
Yeah,
wall
that's
of the
right.
pit.
Can
All right, let's jump
I
him, guys.
collapse onto
The
the
demons climbing down.
He is, yes. He's climbing down into the pit now.
Yeah, I'd like to collapse. I don't know if this is possible, but I'd like to try to collapse like into a pile of bones
Just want to play
and
dead?
hide. Yes.
Okay, no problem. The
I'm just
demon
gonna run to the
jumps
other
the
side of the pit.
he
Yeah.
jumps the halfway down at the halfway down point, and it's going to be combat. So give me initiative, Ronnie. Roll d6. Just checking my rules. Yep, d6, Ronnie.
I got 6.
6. Player characters go first. So I'll just go top to bottom. It'll be easier for me rather than rolling individual initiatives. So we'll start with you, Ronnie. What are you going to do? This demon has jumped down into the pit now, and he's coming towards you with his claws out.
I'm gonna shank him with my femur.
Okay, go for it. So you need to make an attack roll. It's d20 modified by your strength. His difficulty is 14 because he's fast.
I got a 17.
That's a hit.
Oh,
17 minus 3 is 14. So that's a hit. Give me your damage roll, d4. He doesn't have any damage reduction. He doesn't have any armor. Nope. Okay.
I got a 2.
You got a 2? Okay, you do 2
Yep.
points of damage to him.
Do they seem phased at all?
Yeah, barely. He's got 10 hit points.
Okay, cool.
And I take it, Matt, you're going to keep up the play dead ruse?
I think so.
Okay. You think you may have him fooled. You're not sure, but he's focused on Ronnie at the moment. And what about you,
Okay.
Kevin? You ran over to the other side of the pit, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna whip a femur at him, throw it at him as hard as I can, and then go to pick up another one and prepare to
Okay. So go ahead and give me your attack roll.
throw
This is a
another.
d20 agility test, so your agility is minus 3.
I got a 10.
A 10. That's gonna hit. That's gonna miss. Sorry. Yeah, that's gonna miss.
Yeah,
And then it's his turn.
yeah, and I
He's
just
gonna
pick up another one. Get ready.
he's gonna attack you, Ronnie. So you roll a d20 for your defense.
Okay. I'm gonna yell at him like, "What are you gonna do? Kill me?"
Your
I
what's
got a 6.
defense? Defense is sorry, your agility. Yeah. Is it agility or toughness? Hold on. Let me pull this down a second.
Agility.
Defense is agility. Oh, range is presence. Sorry. My bad. Oh, well, anyway, all your stats are the same right now anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. So go ahead and roll.
The same modifier.
Roll your defense. D20.
The D20.
Yep.
Okay. I got 6.
Okay. So you failed, so he hits you. And he
Oh, I got 1
does
HP.
1d6 damage. He does 4 points of damage. So
I
he
got 1 hit
slashes his
point.
claws across Ronnie and shatters him to a shattered dead skeleton.
Re-dead.
I'll have you reanimate as another skeleton in a little bit.
Alright.
So then we go to the next
That's
round.
great.
Kevin, roll d6 for initiative.
I got a 2. You're going.
The bad guy goes first, so he's coming for you. So roll your defense.
Ooh, I got a nat 20 on my agility.
Oh, and that 20. What was criticals on? Sorry, 1 second here. The criticals on defense. PC gains a free attack.
Free
So you
attack.
get a free attack. So make an
Yeah.
attack roll at him.
Oh, I got a 3 minus 3, so
Okay,
that's
a miss.
nothing.
Okay, so you miss your free attack, and then it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to stab with my femur.
Go ahead.
4 minus 3, 1.
So you miss. Okay. And Matt, you still playing dead? Or do you want to change
Yeah.
the course action? Okay, cool. No problem.
Well, yeah, no, yeah, I'll play dead.
Okay. So next round initiative, Kevin, D6.
All right. I got a 6.
Okay, you go first.
Now, I'd like to. Did he drop down with a rope or anything, or he just climbed down the wall?
He climbed down the wall with his claws and jumped down. However, you do think if you can kill him, remove his claws. You might be able to use those to climb out.
All right. So I look at his claws, look at the wall, and I jump at him and try to stab him in the face with a femur.
Roll to hit.
All right. 18 minus 3,
That's a hit.
15.
Damage is D4.
1.
Okay. Then he attacks you. Make your defense roll.
Oh, that one went on the floor. Hold on. 11 minus 3.
Okay, so he hits you for 4 points of damage with his claws.
I am down. That is the amount of hit points I had.
Oh, was it? Okay. Yep, you're down. You're 0 hit points. So once you're annihilated, give me a presence roll, Matt, to see if, as he's looking around, to see if there's any more threats.
I got a 17. That's
Okay.
after the modifier.
So he buys your ruse. He thinks he's taken care of any problems. He climbs back up out of the pit, dumps the skeleton, more bones down in, and then wheels the wheelbarrow away. And 2 more skeletons animate. So since we haven't gotten anywhere yet, I'll say Ronnie.
Are we
Keith,
rolling hit points again, or the same as before?
actually, yeah. Go ahead, roll D8. See if you get better or worse hit points. Ryan, roll D8 for
Mine
hit
better
points.
than 1. I got 5.
I got a 5 as well.
5 minus 3 is 2. You have 2 hit points each.
Cool. Better than 1.
All right.
Do I, as a skeleton, do I have? I probably don't have vocal cords, so I can't speak or anything, right?
I'm gonna say you guys can speak.
All
Just
right.
like I was saying, you
I'll,
can hear. I mean, I don't know. Seems
Or
like
we
you
use
can.
Morse code or something.
yeah, I'll mention to the new guys. Hey, new guys, don't piss off the demon. And then I'm gonna try to climb out using the makeshift pythons.
Right. Okay. Give me a presence check while you're working on that.
After let's see, 60 minus it's 13.
13. Okay. Cool. All right. So you're gonna make an agility test to try and climb out of here. I'll give you a bonus.
13.
13. Are you guys helping him, or are you just watching to see what he does?
Would.
Yeah, I'm just watching to see what's going on. I don't know what the hell's going on.
What
I
about
just,
you,
I just
Kevin?
rose from the grave.
Yeah, he was already giving good advice about the demon, so I'm going to assist in
Okay.
trying to shove him up out of this hole.
Sure. Give me a strength test.
Uh, mod 3.
Okay. You're struggling. You're really struggling. Um, the pythons help, but like after you climb for a little while, your poor weak skeleton arms just give out and you fall down back in.
Oh. Oh.
Just like fall off, and I pick up new ones and reattach them.
All right, I'll try climbing up again. Or try climbing up.
Okay, give me an agility test.
16 minus 3. 13.
No, you can't. It's too steep.
Curse this hell.
You have a seemingly
we-
endless supply of bones underneath you, though.
Maybe if we like start piling.
Can we
them up.
build a ladder?
Yeah, you can certainly do that. All 3 of you roll presence tests and tell me what you roll.
14.
11.
Is that after your minus 3 or before?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's after. Okay.
0.
Right,
You had a 14. You said, Ronnie, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to coordinate them well enough. You guys try a few times, and then eventually Ronnie figures out a way to lattice the bones upright, and you guys make a nice ladder that you can climb all the way up and out of. Climb up
Bone ladder, nice.
out of the charnel pit, and you can now see where the light was coming from as you arrive at the meat boilery. The stench and heat here would be unbearable if you weren't just skeletons without nerves. but you need some fat and meat on your bones to return to the surface. There are, here in the meat boilery, 3 lesser demons armed with iron ladles. Oh, hell, let's give them aprons and chef hats too. And they are standing between you and the meat vats, which you know you can dive into to put some meat on your bones. Roll initiative. Who's going to roll first? Matt, you roll initiative. You're playing dead the whole last fight anyway.
I rolled a 6.
A 6? Okay, you guys will go first. So,
Um, you said there was 3 lesser demons.
3 lesser demons with aprons and chef's hats and iron ladles, and they're brandishing their ladles as they come
Are
towards you.
they like in between us and the
And the
meat
meat vats,
vats?
yes.
Yeah. Ah. All right.
It
Well,
specifically says you can jump into the vats filled with meat and fat if you defeat 1d4 plus 1 lesser demons, which I got 3 lesser demons armed with iron ladles.
well,
So, what do you want to do?
I will utter a clattering war cry and charge the lesser demons.
Go ahead.
Try to smash them with my femur.
Give me an attack roll.
Oh, that's a 3, and that's
Oh, that's
after
going to
my.
miss. Okay. What about the other two? Ronnie and Kevin.
I will also charge
Go
and
ahead.
attack.
Make your attack roll.
That's 19 minus 3.
Nice. You're going to hit damage. D4.
Ew.
2.
Yeah.
All right. Got it. And what about you,
Now
Kevin?
I want to run up and try to fight one of these lesser demons for their ladle. I want to try to grip it out of their hands.
Okay. Go ahead. Give me call it a melee attack.
Ugh, nat 1.
A nat 1. Okay.
Yep.
So you run up and you go to engage and try to get the ladle out of this demon's hand, and he flicks you away back, and he knocks the femur out of your hand, and it goes flying over his shoulder and into the meat vats. You no longer have a
Of
weapon.
course.
Okay. Then it's the bad guy's turn. So each of you gets attacked. So each of you make a defense roll as they come at you with these iron ladles.
Oh
I
man.
got I got a 1.
You rolled a 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Oh, Jesus.
I rolled a 2 this time, minus 3.
So you
11
fumbled, Ronnie.
minus 8.
Do you want to spend an omen to neutralize that crit so you don't take double damage?
Yes, I would do.
Okay, good. Then you want to take 1 point of damage from the ladle.
Okay.
I got an 8.
You got an 8, so that's a fail. So you take 2 points of damage from a ladle.
Yeah, I think I'll use an omen to re-roll.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, 6. Mod 6.
Okay. You take 2 points of damage from a ladle. And it's initiative.
Yeah,
Baby.
that drops me.
That drops you? Okay.
Yep.
I got a 5 on initiative.
You're at 0 or you're dead?
0.
Okay. In that case. Oh, Ronnie, are you down too? No, you only took 1 point of damage, right?
Yeah, I got 1 left.
Yeah. So, broken. Roll a d4 for me there, Kevin.
2.
2. Okay. Roll a d6.
4.
Okay. You have a broken or severed limb. So I'm going to say you lost one of your arms. And you cannot act for d4 rounds. So you can't act for 4 rounds. And then when you do become active again, you will have 4 hit points.
All right.
All right. So, Ronnie, you got the initiative this time. Would you roll D6?
I got a 5.
That means you guys go first.
All right, I'll continue to bash this demon over the head with my femur.
Go ahead.
10. So first, no,
Miss.
7.
Okay. Yep. Matt.
I will make another attack. Oh, I got a 17. So
Damage.
minus. Okay, cool. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna spend an omen to do maximum damage. So
Oh,
4.
nice. Just do 4 points damage him. Cool. Got it.
Crack him in the head.
All right. Very good. And Kevin. Oh, you're out for 3 more rounds. Got it. So then the bad guys attack. There's 3 of them still, isn't there? So it'll be 2 or one on Ronnie and 2 on Matt. So Ronnie, give me a defense roll. Matt, you give me 2 defense rolls.
13.
Got a
Okay.
16 and a 10. That's after
Okay, the second one
the.
hits you.
Okay.
For 1 point of damage.
Alright.
Okay. Next round initiative. Want to roll it, Matt? So now
I
2
got a
more
1.
rounds. You're down, Kevin. 2 more rounds. You rolled a 1. Okay, bad guys go first.
Heard that.
So go ahead and roll those defense rolls again. Same.
A 0 and a 1. That's after modification.
Wow. Okay. You hit for 4 more hit points.
Okay, that's down -2.
Okay, that's you dead. Oh, we lost Kevin. Ronnie, how'd you do on your defense roll?
I got a
He's
13.
back. 13? Okay, yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine. But now you're the only one standing, and there's 3 of these demons left. Your turn.
Are they all focused on me?
Yes.
Is there a clear path to the flesh pets?
Nope.
All right. And there's no other entrances or exits.
There is another exit, yeah. But you have the feeling that you really don't want to leave here until you get some flesh on your bones.
Interesting. All right. Well, I will go back to the skeleton pit since I know that's where I can get allies, and I will jump back in there.
Okay. You jump back down into the skeleton pit.
Yeah. Like I dive in there like fucking the duck in the gold pit.
How many hit points
Scrooge
do you
McDuck.
how many hit points do you have?
I got one.
1? Okay. You die when you hit the bottom. It's still
Oh man.
far enough fall. You you shatter into several bones. And then 3 more skeletons rise up and climb up the already made bone ladder, and engage the 3 lesser demons again.
Perfect.
So go ahead and roll D8 hit points. D8 minus 3. This is rough. This is the first thing I'm noticing here about the Fleshworks. This is the very first couple of encounters are really tough when all your stats are -3.
I got
Yeah, so 5
8.
again, so that's a 2.
Yep.
I got 8 this time.
So
I'm
you
not
have
fucking
5.
around.
I have total of 3 hit
Okay,
points.
got it. Roll initiative for me there, Matt.
Okay. Got a 5.
A 5. Okay, you guys go first. One
Well,
demon is kind of pretty beat up. The other 2 are
Yes.
not.
I'm going to one. I'm gonna go hit the one with the black eye.
Go for it. Swing your femur.
Fuck. 6.
Okay, you miss.
7.
Miss.
all right.
What'd you roll?
Oh, I got a 6.
Oh, you all miss. Okay, and
Oh
then
man.
each of you make a defense roll.
2.
And
7.
You're all hit. So that's 2 points of damage for you, Ronnie. 1 point of damage for Matt, and 2 points of damage for Kevin. He's down again, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
nice.
Okay. Ronnie, you want to roll initiative? You're down to
Yeah,
roll a d4 for me there as well while you're at it, Kevin.
Yep.
I got 4.
Got a 1.
A 1. You're unconscious for d4 rounds. 3 rounds. And when you wake up, you'll have 4 hit points. Okay. So would you roll on the initiative, Ronnie? Sorry.
4.
Okay. You guys go first then. Black-eyed
Continue
demon
to
still in
beat.
front of you? Yeah.
Yep.
Go for it.
17. No, 14.
Okay. That's going to hit damage.
4.
4. Okay. You defeat one of the demons.
Nice.
I'll
Hey.
take his ladle.
He goes down. You grab his ladle. Does less damage than your femur, just so you know.
Do I know that in game though?
Yeah, the femur is a better weapon.
Okay. Can I dual wield the femur and the ladle?
No. Yeah, I guess. I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, why not?
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
Matt, what do you do?
Oh, I'll attack.
Go for it.
And okay. All right. All right, that's an 11. Yeah, that's
Okay, it's a miss. Got it. All right. Well, go ahead and roll initiative for the next round then, Matt. Oh no, wait. Sorry, you guys had initiative last round, so back as you go. So, Matt roll 2 defenses. Ronnie roll 1.
demons.
0.
Oh, sorry. No, there's only 2 demons. That's right. One each. One each. Sorry.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
0
got
still.
a that's a 2 after.
All right, Ronnie, you're hit for 1 point of damage. Matt, you're hit for 1 point of damage.
Okay.
And now it's initiative, Matt.
That's a 4.
Okay, so you're first.
All right. All right, I'm gonna attack the one that has been dogging me. Natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay. So with the natural 20, oops, wrong button. This is what I want. With a natural 20 on attack, you do ×2 damage, and their armor and protection is reduced by 1 tier. They don't have any armor and protection, but yeah, they're maximum or double damage. Sorry, so roll d4 and then ×2.
So well, it's 2 times 2, 4.
4 damage. Okay, bam. Give him a nice pounding with a femur. Ronnie,
All right. I'm going to go after the one that he just hit with a 15.
that's a hit. Damage.
Yep. And then a 2.
Okay.
But I want to use one of my omens to maximize the damage.
Okay. Cool. So we'll do
So
that.
I'm gonna
So he's badly wounded, but he's still standing, but badly wounded.
I want to like undercuff him with the femur, and I come over his head with the ladle.
Okay. Then it's their turn. So each of you make a defense roll.
15 or yeah,
Yep.
15.
Okay, you're fine.
I got a 10.
A 10.
Oh.
You are hit for 1 more point of damage.
All right, I'm down to 0.
Roll d4.
1.
Okay, you're unconscious for 4 rounds, at which point you will come to with 1 hit point. Ronnie, roll initiative.
All right. 3.
Bad guys go first, so roll defense. 2 defenses.
Damn. All right. Hit. All right. I got 2, 0 the first one, 9 the second one.
All right, you're hit for 3 points of damage total.
I'll use my last omen and lower the damage by d6.
Okay, roll d6.
4.
Okay. Then you only lost 1 point of damage, so you reduce the 2 points to 0.
Nice.
Okay. And it's your turn.
All right. And there's
One
2
demon's
more
barely
demons.
hanging on. Yep.
One demon left. All right.
Two left, but one is barely hanging on.
Okay. 10.
It's a miss.
Damn.
Roll initiative. I think you're coming to next round, or is it this round, Kevin?
This is my last round out, I
Okay,
believe.
cool. Yeah. So you
Wait,
can do it.
am I the only one left standing?
Yes.
God damn it. I got 6.
A 6. Okay, you go first.
Do my combo attack again. 14, 11.
Miss. Roll your
All
defense
right.
twice.
18, the first one. 11, the second one. So 8, I guess, the second one.
So you got hit for 1 point of damage. Next round.
I got 1 left.
Next round, Kevin comes to. Kevin, roll initiative.
4.
Okay, you guys go first.
Natural
Getting
20.
up with that femur.
Natural
Ooh.
20. All right.
Yep.
You toast that second demon,
Nice.
and the third demon goes running away,
Yeah, get out of here.
fleeing through the only exit, leaving the meat vats free.
Nice.
As Matt comes to with a hit point.
Does the demon have horns?
Yeah, they probably have like little.
I'm gonna snap him off and put him on my head as I submerge myself into the flesh vat.
Okay, excellent. So you dive into this vat and you climb up out of it, and now you're just covered with meat and fat. But you notice as you move, like bits of fat and meat drop from the bones, leaving a grotesque trail of gore. So currently, all of your abilities are at +3 now. However, every action you take, every round, every move, every bit of damage, whatever, will decrease a random ability by 1 point as your more meat drops from your bones. So speed is kind of the essence, if you will. So you guys all dive into the meat vats, yeah?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
swan dive in there.
absolutely.
So that will bring you all to +3 on all of your abilities. Now, you remember where you were at with hit points, yeah? Yeah, you know where you're at with hit points. Going from a -3 toughness to a +3 toughness will give you 6 additional hit points, right? Sorry, 5 additional hit points, right?
Ooh.
But six, yeah, because of 0 step, yeah. So you do
Now,
your 0, 1, 2, 3.
my character started with 2, but when you awoke, you said I started with D4. Am I going off the 2 or the 4?
Yeah, I rolled 1, so you woke up with 1. So now you currently have 7 now with your toughness set +3, right? So, yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got it. 7.
Okay. Excellent.
Are we still at our current hit points? Or
Yeah,
is that just effective?
you were at whatever hit points you were at when you woke up. However, you get to, because your toughness has now gone from -3 to +3, you get to add 6 points.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, great.
Cool. Okay. There's only one doorway, one hallway. The
Yep,
same
I
way you
will
saw the
sprint
other door.
towards it.
Okay.
Yeah, get moving.
So as you move forward, now more bits of meat, fat fall off of you in globules. Let me pull up the. Okay, so Ronnie, you lose a point to your strength as you're moving down
All
this
right.
hallway. So your strength is now down to a +2. Matt, you lose a point from your toughness, so you lose a hit point as well then. And Kevin, you lose a point from your presence. Okay?
Yep.
As you move into the apothecary, you can see here the bones of the dead are ground up to be sold as some sort of a tincture, an aphrodisiac, even appropriately named boner powder. There are in this room. Excuse me. There are 4 cultists in here, wearing their cultist robes, and they see you come running in as they're making the boner powder. and they begin throwing items at you. So let's see. The first one throws at that would be Matt. He throws a book at you. Matt, roll a defense.
All right, so that's your agility, right?
Yes, yes.
All right, so I got a 13.
A 13. Okay, you dodged the book. The second one, the second one throws an empty flask at you. So roll another defense.
12.
Okay, you dodged the empty flask. The second one, or sorry, the third one, I should say, throws some boner powder, a flask of boner powder at you, Ronnie. Roll a defense.
Yeah, 14.
You got a 14. Okay, you dodged the
Yeah.
boner powder. And the last one throws a black cat at you, Kevin. Roll a defense.
Natural one.
A natural one.
Yeah,
Do you want to spend an
I want
omen
the
to
cat.
neutralize the crit?
uh, I did my omens reset through
Not
my
really.
many
Nah,
reanimations.
not really.
All
No.
right, so I only use one, so I have one left.
Otherwise, you're going to on a
I
critical.
would like to re-roll.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're gonna take double damage. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
re-roll,
Reroll.
please.
Yep.
There we go. 16 plus 3,
Cool.
19.
So you dodged the black cat. Well done. There is another exit from this room as well as they prepare to yeet more items at you.
Let's move.
You start running down the hall to the next room. Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
Sprint down it.
let's see. In the process, then, so Ronnie, more meat and fat falls off you. You lose a point of presence. Matt, you lose another point of toughness, and another hit point. Ouch. Kevin, you lose a point of strength
Okay.
as you're running down the next corridor. You've left the apothecary, and you run into the Hall of Memories. This is where souls are crushed and distilled into precious potions for the ultra-rich nobility in Schleswig and Grift. When someone drinks a potion, roll for a class and background.
Yeah, give me a
As
potion.
so, yeah. So you go for a potion. As you do so, more meat, fat falls off of you. You lose a point of presence, I think. Where's my thing? Here we go. Yeah, you lose a point of presence. As you drink the
Okay.
potion, roll a d10.
7.
Your class is Cursed Skinwalker. We'll
All
roll that up
right.
here in a bit. Who else is going for a potion? Obviously, you're all going for a potion. Who wants to be next?
Me.
I'll drink.
All right. So, Matt, you lose another point of toughness. Damn. So your toughness is down to a 0, I think, right? Roll d10 for your class.
I rolled a 6.
You will be an occult herb master. And Ronnie, you lose a point of toughness as well. And roll a
Okay.
d10 for your class.
1.
You are a fanged deserter.
Nice.
So now you have some of your memories back. All that is left for you to do now, there's only one more way to go. So you go charging down the last hallway. Meat dropping from your bones. Lose another point of toughness there, Ronnie. Lose a point of, which one is that? Oops, sorry, I keep hitting the wrong button. Lose a point of strength, Matt. And lose a point of toughness, Kevin.
Okay.
As you run down the hallway into the warehouse. In here, millions of coffins and emptied out skins of the deceased litter the warehouse. In order to keep your ability scores, you must climb inside some skin.
I do so immediately.
Skin it is.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, so
Roll a d8 for your skin, Ronnie, and lose a point of presence.
All right, hold on. Got a 1.
A 1. You got a warty, ugly, pot-bellied man skin. Lose another point of
Oh
presence.
yeah. Do
Okay.
I have my horns still?
The demon horns?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Fuck yeah.
Ouch. Why not? And your femur. um, so you climb into that skin. What about you, Matt? Roll
I'll
d8.
be jumping into some skin.
So
I rolled a 6.
you lose a point of agility, and you climb into a brittle, spotty woman skin. Your strength is reduced by 1 point as well. So you lost a point of agility and a point of strength. And Kevin,
I got a 7.
a 7. So you lose a point of strength, and then you climb into an old wrinkled man skin and lose another point of agility.
Okay.
The cultists and demons begin loading the skins with wares and into coffins before they're shipped off in an elevator to Graven-Tosk. Um, Leaving by coffin, you gain equipment according to your class, and you will arise from the grave to play Graves left wanting next. So I think why don't we take our first bio break? I know it's kind of early for us, but we did start half an hour late. So why don't we take a bio break before we do Graves left wanting? How did you guys end
All
up with your
right.
stats? Actually, just out of curiosity, before I go to break screen, what was your finishing 4 stats? We'll do all your classes and stuff when we come back from the break.
I
Figure out
Yeah,
what
got
you got.
+1
a
strength, +2 agility, +1 presence, and +2 toughness.
That's actually pretty good.
I
Yeah, I
got
feel good about that.
I got +2 strength, +3 agility, 0 presence, and 1 toughness.
Okay,
I got a +1 strength, +2 agility, +3 presence, and +0 toughness.
not too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah, good
Interesting.
spreads.
So what I would say before we do take the break about the Fleshworks, and I don't know if Michael will see this or not. Maybe he will. Hopefully he will. Um, just my take on it so far is that it's really unforgiving to start with all the -3 abilities. And if you look on here, you can see the difficulty to climb the walls is 16. The difficulty to build a proper ladder is 14. When you're rolling at -3s on everything, it's pretty tough to pull off, I think. And
Yeah,
also,
that's gonna take a while.
a lesser demon on cart duty arrives with fresh bones every 10 minutes. He will climb down a rope ladder. Oh, a rope ladder. Shit. Ah, I missed that. He should have had a rope ladder. Oh well. Anyway, so I guess once you engage the lesser demon, then you automatically have a rope ladder that you can use to get out. But oops, I missed that part.
I was
Either way,
looking for that.
it's still kind of tough. Oh, I didn't even roll for random encounters. I just went with the encounters that were listed in the things. I didn't think about rolling for random encounters. Oh
I
well.
think it's a neat introduction to this game,
Yeah, it is
frankly.
very cool. It is very cool. I just think it's a little bit tough on the difficulty right there in the charnel pit to begin with. But I guess I mean like every time a character dies, shit, you can just animate another skeleton, right? What the hell? You're not losing anything. So yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
so we're gonna bio
Yes.
break and
Bio
come back
break.
and do our equipment. And
Yeah. When we come back, then we will roll up your proper characters with the classes that you rolled. You've already got your appearances, right? So,
yeah, I got the skin. Yep. Cool.
but yeah, we'll
All
roll
right.
up your equipment and your class stuff, and then we'll play Graves Left Wanting.
Nice.
Smoke them if you got them. I'm really starting to feel my age, and it sucks. I don't want to feel my age. What did we end up with? Like 4 or 5 deaths before you guys finally got to the meat vats? I
Oh,
think.
yeah.
Plus, a couple of people got broken as well, dropped to 0. The the system is real simple though, isn't it? It's like,
Yeah, it's super. I like it. It's really easy to understand.
yeah. So what classes did you get? You got the Fang Deserter.
Yeah, I
That's a
guess
good
like
one.
the fighter.
Kind of, yeah. They're kind of the artwork in the book anyway. It reminds me of the Uruk Hai.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna use my horns to gore people.
What would you consider Uruk Hai and Lord of the Rings? They're kind of almost like half orcs, right? I mean, I know they were basically just like hybrid, like super powerful orcs or some shit, but
Yeah, yeah. He uses such weird terminology that like goblins and orcs are kind of like the same thing. I think.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think if I recall correctly in Tolkien, the only difference is that the goblins generally live underground and the orcs generally live above ground, but I could be even wrong about that. I can't remember now.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's been a long time since I read Tolkien.
I just picked up the Dying Earth book by Jack Vance.
They're supposed to be great. I've heard, yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty good so far.
Is that where the Vancian magic system came from?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Dying Earth books. Yeah. Minor confession. I'm not really that well read when it comes to fantasy. I've read some really good
yeah,
fantasy, but I haven't
me
read a
too.
lot of the stuff.
I figured if I was gonna read, if I'm gonna do vanilla fantasy, might as well read the old stuff.
Hmm. I read a lot of the sword and sorcery stuff I really liked, like Vafford and the Grey Mouse, or read all of those books.
Yeah, I just picked that one. I finished the first collection a couple weeks ago.
I've
Pretty
read
good.
all of the Conan stuff that was written by Robert E. Howard. Read all
Nice.
of his Solomon Kane stuff too. I love Solomon Kane actually. Probably my favorite
That's one I need to
character.
pick up. That's like very Lamentations right there.
Yeah, big time. Big time. Oh, how's your weather in California, Ronnie? You didn't get any snow, did you?
No. Pretty mild. From 60s.
My buddy down in South Texas was out of internet for almost a week.
Yeah, it's pretty bad over there, man.
Craziness.
Yeah. gonna get even crazier.
It's funny because I was talking to him the day before that storm hit, and I had said, "When was the last time you saw snow where you live?" He's like, "What, here in Texas? I've lived here. I think he said he lived there 22 years and never seen snow or something." Next
You
day,
jinxed them.
boom,
Yeah.
apocalyptic snowstorm. But then I was talking to him yesterday, and it was 75 degrees there, so go figure.
Oh.
Cool. So yeah, we got a Fang Deserter, we got an Occult Herb Master, and we got a Cursed Skinwalker.
Sounds very Darkest Dungeon.
Yeah, kind of.
Still haven't beat that fucking game.
Neither have I, man. Jesus.
Yeah,
Feel
it's just hard
feel
as hell.
feel so good about it too. By the time you're like stomping out level 5 dungeons, you're like, yeah, 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 and then you go to the darkest dungeon and just get owned.
Yeah, fucking wrecked.
Holy shit. Love that game, but man, that difficulty curve when you get there to the end. Whew.
Yeah, it's such a good game.
I don't know very many people that have beat it, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, me neither. I seen someone beat it on YouTube, but that's pretty much it.
I don't even watch that because it just make me mad. God damn it. How come my guys didn't do that?
Yeah.
All right. I'm back and ready to go whenever everyone else is back. I'll close the Fleshworks for now. Oh yeah, need to
I'm back.
open some character stuff here. We have a Cursed Skinwalker. Who was that? Was back? Was that Matt?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So we just wait for Kevin. Well, what we can do is we can start making up your guys' characters in the meantime.
I'm back.
And Kevin's back. Well, in that case, then I will switch my screen. Mörk Borg. There we go. We'll take off the Fleshworks now. That's over. Done it. Move this back over here somewhere. That looks good. So, for your characters. Actually, I'll do you first, Kevin, because I've got the Cursed Skinwalker PDF open here in front of me.
Cool.
So you should have died, but something grabbed a hold of your soul as it seeped into the river of death and sealed you once again in mortal flesh. Only this time the cage is not yours alone. In the currents of the afterlife, your soul mingled with that of another dying creature, leaving you halved. Now you live a shared existence, locked in everlasting struggle between man and monster. You should have died. So, You begin with 2d6 times 10 silver, so roll 2d6.
I got 2 and a 3, so 50 silver.
You have 50 silver, and roll a d2.
2.
You have 2 omens.
Nice.
You also have a water skin, 2 days worth of food, and oh yeah, for weapons and stuff then. Sorry, I also rolled d6.
5.
5. That's not going to work. So I'm going to give you a choice. You can either have a backpack or a sack. A sack can hold 10 normal sized items. A backpack can hold 7 normal sized items.
I like backpack.
Okay, you have a backpack. It can hold 7 normal sized items. Roll a d12 and another d12. So 2d12.
All right, the first one is a 7, and the second one is a 1.
You have a medicine chest. So it's a presence plus 4 uses. So what's your current presence?
+1.
So you have 5 uses. It can stop bleeding and infection, and it can heal a d6 hit points. What was your other d12? Sorry. You had a
Uh,
7
a
and a
1.
1.
A 1.
You also have a life elixir. That's d4 doses. Heals d6 hit points and removes infection as well.
Nice.
Okay.
What's the D4 on that? You want me to roll that, or is that you?
Sorry. No, just it's what did I say about d4? Oh, d4 doses. You're right.
D4.
Yeah. Roll d4. Go ahead.
3.
You have 3 doses. Cool. Okay. Roll d6.
5.
You died murdered in your bed. You know, because you died before your soul got mixed with the animal soul. Oh, okay. This
Nice.
would say, okay, we're not gonna worry about rolling the different stuff. Should I do this? Yeah, you know what? We'll do this because you're cursed skinwalker. What's your current presence?
+1.
+1. No, we'll leave it the same. We won't mess with this. Cool. Roll a d6 for your weapon.
4.
You have a knife. It's a d4 weapon. And d2 for your armor.
2.
So you have light armor. That's negative d2 damage, tier 1. So it's like fur, padded cloth, leather, something like that. And roll a d6 for your creature shape.
Damn, a lot of 5s. Another one. Another 5.
5. So your creature shape is the life and death lizard. When you're in your
All
lizard
right.
form, you regenerate a d4 hit points per round. You have a d6 bite, or you can spit acid, a d4 with a 1 in 4 chance of armor is also lowered a tier. You have scaly skin with a negative d2 damage. It's tier 1 armor, natural skin when you're in your lizard form. So I guess it's a pretty sizable lizard, the life and death lizard.
Yeah, that stacks with my light armor.
No. When you change to your animal form, you drop all your possessions.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. So that's your character.
Got it.
There was something else here. Did I want to? Maybe not. Maybe it's not there. Powers, optional tables. Do you want to roll for any kind of terrible traits, broken bodies, bad habits, anything like that, or no? It's up to you.
Yeah, all of it.
Sure. Roll d20 twice.
An 11 and a 5.
You're vindictive and cruel. Roll another d20.
16.
You have a red, swollen alcoholic's nose. And roll another d20.
All right. 19.
19. You whistle while trying to hide. You deny this. Whenever you roll a 5, 7, 9, 11, or 13 on a d20, you whistle. 5, 7, 9, 11,
Okay, that's
13.
when hiding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Not good at that. Heard.
All right. So, next we will do Ronnie, your Fang deserter, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, sorry, your hit points. I forgot to do hit points for Kevin, your cursed skinwalker. Your toughness plus D8. What's your toughness? Kevin?
Sorry, +2.
So roll D8.
2.
2. So 2 plus 2. You have 4 hit points. So Ronnie, roll 2d6.
9.
Okay, you have 90 silver pieces. Roll D2.
Uh, whoa, 2.
You have 2 omens.
Nice.
What's your toughness?
+1.
Roll D10.
A 7.
You have 8 hit points.
Ooh.
You are a Fang deserter. You have 30 or so friends who never let you down, your teeth. Disloyal, deranged, or simply uncontrollable, any group that didn't boot you out, you left anyway. But your parliament of teeth, enormous, protruding, thick, and sharp, have always been your allies. You have a bite attack. It does DR10 for attack instead of 12, so it's, you have a better chance to hit with it. It does D6 damage, but you must be close to your target. There's a 1 to 2 on a D6 chance that the enemy gets a free attack when you bite. Okay?
Got it. Yep.
Roll D6 for your earliest memories.
3.
3.
Yeah.
Your earliest memories are a brothel in Schleswig. It's quite a friendly environment.
Yeah.
Normal agility tests for you are DR14 instead of 12, excluding defense, okay? So you're just not
Okay.
very agile. You're also illiterate, so you're incapable of understanding any scrolls.
That sucks.
Roll a d6.
6.
You have the shoe of death's horse. It looks normal, but since finding it in an obscure crypt, you're convinced that this shoe came from the horse of death himself. In your hands, it hits with DR10 again, so like your bite attack. It does D4 damage. There's a 1 in 6 chance that the shoe smashes the skull, instantly killing any small to medium sized creatures. The shoe returns to your hand like a boomerang.
That's awesome.
Let's roll your weapon and your armor. Roll a D10 for weapon. I think it's D10.
Uh, 7.
7.
Yeah.
That is not on this page, is it? No. So 7's over here. Which one's 7? 7, 7, 7. You start with a bow.
A bow.
A bow.
Nice.
What's your presence?
0.
Roll D. Sorry. You start with 10 arrows, and it's a D6 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
And roll D4 for your armor.
3.
You have medium armor, so it's like mail of some sort. Not plate, but it'd be like scale mail, chain mail. That
Got
does
it.
minus D4 damage and gives you a DR plus 2 on all agility tests, including defense. So it makes you less agile. Okay.
Yep.
Good to remember if you get into combat. Did I forget anything else? Oh yeah, other items that you have, roll d6 and 2d12s.
5 for the D6
Okay, you can also have either a backpack or a sack, your choice.
backpack.
Okay, you have a backpack, roll 2d12s, separate numbers.
11.
You have a bottle of red poison with 2 doses. It's a toughness DR12 or D10 damage. And
And
what was your
12.
other D12? 12? And you have a tent. Guess we know what's in your backpack.
Yeah.
Um, go ahead then, please, and roll me 4 D20s.
You want the total or separate numbers?
Separate numbers.
15.
Hmm
18.
You are ruthless and deceitful.
Oh, let me write this down.
Nice guy.
Yeah. 11.
11. You have long, tangled hair, at least one cockroach currently in residence.
That's blackjack.
And what's your last
2.
D20?
2.
You won't use a blade without testing it on your own flesh. Your arms are knitted with scars.
Nice.
All right. Now we go to Matt.
All right.
So let's see, Matt. What did you roll up? You had the Herb Master?
Oh, yeah, the occult herb master.
They are before monsters, right? Yeah, here's a Cold Herb Master I just saw a second ago. There we go. Born of the mushroom, raised in the glade, watched by the eye of the moon in a silver black pool. Yeah, they're kind of druid like. So 2d6,
That's 6.
you have 60 silver, d2 omens.
That's a 1.
What's your toughness? You have one omen.
Toughness is +0.
Roll d6.
That's a 4.
You have 4 hit points. Tough as wood, low in protein. Roll d6 for your weapon.
5.
5. Oops, hold on. Oh, I'm on the wrong, going the wrong way. That's why. 5 is a warhammer. A d2 for armor.
1.
So you have no armor. You carry a portable laboratory and continually search for frequently expended ingredients. Daily, you have the materials to create 2 randomly determined concoctions and can brew a total of D4 doses. If unused, they lose vitality after 24 hours. So you can make a
Cool.
couple potions a day. Want to see which ones you have currently? Roll D4.
3.
3, so you can have up to 3 doses and roll 2d8s. See what uh,
Got an 8 and a 1.
so you have the stuff to make black poison and red poison. Red poison, as I described earlier, is a toughness DR12 or negative D10 hit points. Black poison is toughness DR14 or negative D6 hit points and blinded for 1 hour. So you can split your 3 doses up between those. Interesting,
Right.
no?
Yeah.
Okay, and let's
Um,
see where you were raised. Roll a D8.
7.
7. You were raised in a little witch's cottage in Galgenbeck. Galgenbeck is the greatest city, the big city in the middle of the continent. Interesting place for a witch's cottage, but yeah. Okay. And also, let's go back here. The rest of the character stuff. Here we go. Oh, Ronnie, roll d4. And you can roll d4 as well, Matt.
I got 4.
Okay, Ronnie, you have a water skin and 4 days worth of food.
I got a 3.
So you have a water skin and 3 days worth of food. And go ahead, Matt, give me a d6 and 2 d12s.
I got a 6,
So you can have a
and
backpack or a sack.
I think I'll go with a sack.
Okay.
And then a 3,
You
and
have a
then 9,
lantern with oil. What's your presence?
plus 3.
Okay, so you have a lantern with oil for up to 9 hours. And you rolled a 9.
Mm-hmm.
You have a shield. That's -1 hit point of damage. Or you can have the shield break to ignore one attack.
How much damage does that Warhammer do?
Oh, I never said, did I? The Warhammer does d6. All right.
I'll
Now let's
take.
give me 4 d20s when you get a chance.
Okay. I was just gonna say I'll do uh 2 doses of the red poison and 1 of the black. If
Sounds
you
good
want.
to me.
Okay. All right, 4d20s.
Hmm.
Okay, I got a 20, a
Okay.
7.
You are arrogant and nihilistic.
Okay. And then I got a 7.
You have decaying teeth.
Then I got a 3.
And you can't stop drinking once you start.
And then I rolled a 12.
That was it. That was 4.
Oh, that was 4.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. So those are your 3 characters. We got the Fanged Deserter. We have the Occult Herb Master. And we have a Cursed Skinwalker. Now we're ready to begin Graves Left Wanting. Here we go. So, an immense cemetery, older and greater than memory, Graven-Tosk, sits in Sarkash like a festering scab. To the east, the Shadow King's manse always looms, impossibly equidistant. Although abandoned since the palace's ruination, bodies somehow keep finding their way inside, all the while living and unliving attempt to claw their way out. Let me pull up an image here. Graven-Tosk. There we go. It's basically a huge, like, metropolis city-sized graveyard, which is where you find yourselves coming to after your experience in the Fleshworks. You have your senses back now. There's a repugnant smell. Pardon me. The pit that you find yourselves lying in is illuminated by moonlight the color of sour milk. Everything is encircled by a soupy fog whose tendrils occasionally creep down into the pit. There are multiple corpses in here at varying stages of decay. And these ones, unlike the pit of bones you woke in before, actually do have some things on them. It looks like possibly they're not just bones or skeletons or naked bodies or anything. They're just corpses. But the 3 of you awake here in this plague pit.
I want to see if I can find something better than a knife. Start looting
Sure.
some piles.
Roll 2d6. Start looting through the bodies. What'd you get?
And a 6.
A what and a 6?
4 and a 6.
A 4. So you find a rusted but functional short sword. That's D4 damage. So I think it's the same as your knife, but and you find a pouch of white powder. Um, it's some kind of stimulating narcotic. There's 2 doses worth in there. Basically allows you to win next initiative automatically when you take it.
Okay.
Do I see anyone wandering around?
No, no, you guys are in this pit with these corpses, and
Yeah, well, I'll crawl out of the
all you
pit.
see is this sour milk colored moonlight seeping in through this soupy fog above.
Got it.
You're gonna crawl up out of
Yeah.
there.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
names. Do you have a name? What do we call you?
Meat bag.
Meatbag. Excellent.
Yep.
Meatbag, the fanged deserter. What about you, Matt? What's the name of your occult herb master?
I picked up the skin of a brittle, spotty old woman, so I'm just gonna call myself Helga.
Helga.
Helga the
Excellent. And what about you, Kevin? What are we calling the skinwalker?
I just rolled on the inside of the book, and I have Jotna, Jotna,
I think it's Yutna, but yeah. Yutna,
Yatna,
Yutna,
Yatna. That
Yutna.
that makes more
Okay.
sense.
Okay. Excellent. So Meatbag is already crawling up out of the plague pit, which you find much easier than it was trying to climb out of the charnel pit when you were a skeleton. This is actual earth, and you know, basically like a mass grave, and it's not been closed in yet. So you're able to crawl up out into the cemetery with this really thick fog. If you look around, you can see pretty much in every direction. It's just graveyard. But to the west, you can see a tunnel, kind of a ruined tunnel-looking thing, which you assume leads to some kind of a crypt or mausoleum or something. Maybe, who knows? What are you doing, Helga?
I'll climb out as well.
Okay, you climb out as
Um,
well.
and then is this the only open, I guess, pit? Open grave?
No, no, there's other graves around that are open as well. Maybe not as you might not see another mass grave like this one at the moment, but you see other graves that have obviously been disturbed. Some look like they might have been dug up years ago. Some look like they might have recently been dug up. Not all the graves are dug up either, though. Some of them are undisturbed as well. It's just, um, yeah, this
I,
massive cemetery.
I'd like to investigate one of the more recently dug up ones.
But you definitely get the vibe that maybe not all the dead here stay dead for long, as you haven't. You're gonna go investigate another grave, recently dug up grave.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, one of the more recent ones. Check to see, well, see if I can determine whether it was someone outside the grave that dug it up or someone crawling their way out, kind of thing.
Gotcha. Yeah, so you find this grave and you're investigating that. What are you doing, Yutna?
I am moving my old wrinkled self toward the crypt opening, and I just want to kind of peer down
Hmm.
and see if I can see anything in there. Maybe ask if anybody's got a torch or a lantern.
I do have one, so um, yeah, I guess I'll light it. I got 9 hours of oil,
Sure.
so
This grave that you're looking at looks like somebody dug themselves up out of it. Looks like somebody crawled up out from within. The coffin is smashed, broken, and it looks like somebody dug themselves out of here with their bare hands.
well, I'll light the lantern, and then I'll head over to Yupna.
So yeah, this tunnel, you think it leads to some sort of a tomb. You get like a stale, warm air coming from in here. It's very dark, and there's drifting fog on the floor from the the massive soupy fog, of course, covering the entire cemetery.
I will also approach the entrance, and then I will enter the crypt.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm staying with the lantern.
Okay. So you're taking the lead, meatbag.
Oh yeah.
Excellent. So as you're walking in, it does lead into a tomb, indeed. Um, the tunnel that you come down enters from the east side of the room. There's another tunnel then leading from this room south. And there looks like to be a narrow crawl space in the north. Also in this room, there's a standing sarcophagus. Looks to be sealed, flanked by two unlit torches.
I'll grab one of the torches, and then I'll open the sarcophagus.
Okay, it looks pretty heavy. You just want to open it by yourself?
Yeah, I'm a pretty strong guy. I'll give it a
Okay,
try.
give me a strength test.
All right.
Difficulty 18.
All right. And that's 11.
Okay. So you get it off, showing off as they're kind of, coming in with the light and, you get the lid off, but unfortunately it clips your leg as it falls down. And you're gonna take 4 points of damage from that. Ouch.
Oof.
Inside, there's a man's odorless corpse in near perfect condition, wearing fine silk clothes. Skin is waxy. Um, yeah,
Is there any obvious treasure on?
he's wearing silk clothes.
I'll rip the silk off and
Okay. You
hang it
notice as you
across
do
my
so
horn.
that his flesh is really like kind of like malleable, like dough.
I'm gonna, after I rip the silk off and put it across my horns, like a gown
Okay.
or a veil. I will take a piece of the doughy flesh and taste it.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, it's man meat.
The best kind. Uh, Nothing
It's
happens.
it's not totally fresh, but it's not rotten either. As you're digging into him, you notice his skeleton is made of iron.
Mm. I'll slurp on his eyeball, and then
Gross.
and then I will take one of his ribs, his iron ribs, if I can.
Okay, so you're digging into the body, getting into the rib cage, and inside the rib cage, instead of a heart, you see a fist-sized ruby.
Oh, I take that.
So you guys see all this happening. I mean, if you want to interject or say anything, of course you can. As he comes in,
Just grabbing a
tears this
torch.
man's clothes off, this corpse's clothes off, and then he starts eating his flesh, sucking out his eyeball. Then he tears out his
Yeah,
ruby heart.
yeah,
I'll,
my instinct was to set it on fire, but then I just watched this spectacle. Like, oh,
Do you want to set it on fire now after he's ripped out the heart?
I mean, I'll wait for him to be done.
Hmm.
I'll inspect the rest of it innards. Maybe there's more jewels in there.
Nope.
All right, yeah, I'm done with it.
So all the
like the
Yeah, I'll
flesh,
put
shiny.
the torch to it.
yeah, it's very flammable. So it goes up like a wax candle, um, and burns out. All the flesh burns out, and basically just leaves this burning hot iron skeleton of a man there. The ribs are damaged from where Meatbag has ripped out one of them and pulled out the heart. But
Now, would this be like a more hardy femur if we could break off a bone, like pull a bone off of the steel skeleton?
right, instead of being made of bone, though, it's made of iron. Yeah, absolutely. That's very creative. I like it. I call it a D6 femur, an iron femur.
Nice.
There's two of
What
them.
is what is my iron rib?
That's going to be a D4, like a knife or something type thing.
Cool, cool.
Because I figure it's
Like
going to be
the
sharp, pointy. Anyway.
I'd like to shine my lantern down the crawl space, see what's down there.
Okay, narrow crawl space. Um, it looks like there's some kind of a corridor. It's dark, dead quiet.
But the crawl space leads to another corridor.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna.
And there's a tunnel leading south as well, or a tunnel east back to where you came from.
I want to make my way through the crawl space. There's something secret here.
Okay.
Oh. And then I'll look at the you said there's another like southern
What is it that
entrance or
has
something?
the mail? Is that meat bag?
Yeah, I got the
Okay.
medium armor.
Got it. So you start crawling through the crawl space. You come out into this dark corridor. Do you have a light of your own, or you have the only light?
I have a lantern. Yeah.
You have a lantern. Okay, so you take the lantern
Yeah,
with
I
you,
grabbed
leaving.
a torch off the wall.
Oh yeah, you can light that. Yep, no problem. There's two torches here, in fact. So you're in a corridor which then continues stretching to the north. You can see toothless skeletons resting in dusty niches along the walls. There are three large urns on the floor. There is a lamp thrown onto the ground, broken. Um, your crawl space, I see. Your crawl space came in from the east, so the tunnel stretches north and south. The corridor stretches north and south. You have two different ways you can go. I apologize. And
I'll
like I
take a
said,
look at
there's
the urns.
the urns. Okay. Meantime, where were you guys going? Back
I want to go the other way, the
s-
opposite way.
the south,
Yeah.
the south tunnel. Okay. And what about yourself?
I'm going left.
Left.
Or, yeah.
That would be south. Got it. You're going with meatbag.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you guys follow the tunnel down to what's called the colander room, half lit by moonbeams piercing minuscule holes in stone and dirt. Long worms of mist drip from the ceiling. Um, you can hear the sound of chattering teeth. This is a circular chamber with a ceiling pierced by thousands of tiny holes. There's a stone table where three skeletons sit arguing. These skeletons, they yeah, they're not completely normal. They have these foggy coils wrapping around them that form like you can see while they're talking and arguing with each other. You can see these tongues moving around in their mouths that are made of this mist. Um, Also, their weapons seem to be made of this condensed fog as well. On the table that they're arguing at, there's a locked metal strongbox. Um, so you're coming from the northern end of this tunnel, right? So you're the northern end of the room. There's another tunnel leading east. The fog-bound skeletons are speaking with these elongated tongues of mist, but you can't hear anything they're actually saying. But the unmistakable clatter of their teeth and their hands pounding on the table, that's where you get the indication that they're arguing. One of which is waving an elaborate key-like dagger in a bony hand.
I'm gonna take my bow out. I'm gonna shoot the one with the fancy dagger.
Okay, give me a bow attack roll. So that's going to be presence.
17.
That's going to hit for sure. D6 damage, I think it was, right?
Yeah.
I want to yell out for Helga.
4.
4.
Yup.
Okay. Fogbound skeletons. I said there's 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So your arrow hits him. It doesn't seem to do as much damage as you thought it would, but it definitely takes notice. And now the 3 skeletons get up and pull their weapons. One has the dagger, the other 2 have these like sickle-like blade type things. I guess they are like sickles, really. And they're moving in to engage you. While that's going on, in the catacomb corridor, you open an urn. Helga, roll a d4.
2.
The first urn is rotted books and a tube containing a scroll.
I will pocket that.
Do you want to look at it?
Yeah, sure.
Let's see
Why
what
not?
kind of scroll you got. Gotta be at least curious, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll. Let me find where it is here. Ah, yeah, I went too far. It's before the omens, isn't it? Yeah. Here we go. Powers. Roll a d10 for me, please.
10.
10. Death. It's a scroll of the death spell. All creatures within 30 feet lose a total of 4d10 hit points.
Oh, interesting.
That's a nice scroll. Do you want to open another urn?
Might as well.
Roll d4.
4.
4. All right. Let's see here. So we got 6, 7. You find 10 hours worth of lamp oil. Gonna check the last turn while it's at it before I go back to the combat and kill those guys.
Sure. D4.
Mm-hmm.
Got a 1.
Teeth. Just teeth. Lots of teeth. Kind of gross. Okay. Oops, wrong way. Back to the colander room. 3 fog-bound skeletons are coming to engage Meatbag and Yotna. Meatbag, you can roll initiative since you fired the
Cool.
first shot.
3.
3.
Yep.
Means the bad guys go first. So, Meatbag, all 3 skeletons are going to attack you first. So go ahead and give me 3 defense rolls.
All right. I'll
Yeah,
roar in defiance.
your defense is increased by 2 because of your medium armor, right? So you're looking for 14 or better.
All right. First one is a 12.
Modified by your
That's the hit.
agility, right?
Oh, so 15.
You have +3 agility?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so that's a successful defense. Okay, they don't hit you that time. Second one
6 plus 3, 9.
hits you.
Mm. And a nat 20 for the last one.
Nat 20 for the last one. Okay, so the first one, or the second one technically, whatever, hits you for 3 points damage.
I'm wearing medium armor. Does that subtract
So
from the
that
damage?
subtracts a d4. Roll a d4.
4.
Subtracts 4 points of damage, so your armor absorbs all the damage. Nice. Also, let's take a quick look at something here. The 20 on your defense, you get a free attack. So make an attack
Hell
against him.
yeah. Now I'm holding the bow. Can I like switch weapons or
What other weapon do you have?
I got the iron rib.
Yeah, go for it.
Cool. 13. What was that? Plus strength or
That's gonna hit. Yeah, it's plus
cool.
your strength as well. But yeah,
And
go right ahead.
iron rib D4,
D6. Oh,
D6.
iron rib. Sorry, yeah, it's D4. You're right. Yeah, it's the bladed one.
All right,
Sorry. Yeah,
D4.
rib.
3.
So 3 points of damage. Let me check his armor. He does have his kind of foggy armor, doesn't he? No, it's considered no armor. Okay, so takes 1 point of damage. Got it. And that's the third one, right? So it's your guys' turn. So we go, just go the same. You first, Meatbag.
Was it plus strength for attacks, right?
Correct.
Okay, so
Still swinging this.
16.
Still swinging the
Iron rib, yeah.
iron rip. Okay, 16's a hit damage.
3.
Okay, got it.
Do you add strength or is it just a
No,
naked roll?
no, just naked roll.
Okay. So yeah, 3.
Okay. And then it goes to Jotna. So Jotna, so far these skeletons have all just ganged up on Meatbag.
Right. And what do I see beyond them in you said it's a circular chamber
Yeah.
and they're all sitting on top of an altar,
No. There was a table that they were
or a
arguing at.
table.
Yeah, they were sitting and arguing
Okay.
at this table. It's a stone table with a locked metal strongbox on top of it,
Yeah,
and
and they
there's
have the
also
key dagger.
there's a tunnel leading off to the east. And one of the skeletons does have a key. Yes, like a key dagger.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for him, specifically with
Yeah,
the iron femur.
go for it. He's the only one that's been damaged so far. Same one that.
And that is not gonna hit with a mod 5.
No. Okay, you miss. It's initiative. You can go ahead and roll initiative for me there, Kev.
2.
Okay, bad guys go first. So now the guy with the key dagger is going to attack you. The other two guys are still going to attack Meatbag. So roll one defense for me, Yotna.
A natural 1.
Uh-oh. Natural one. On defense, you take double damage and your armor is reduced by 1 tier. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to spend an omen and get rid of that crit.
Okay. So then you just take normal damage. His weapon does this damage. So his sickle hits you for 3 damage.
All right.
Oh, sorry. This is the key dagger one, wasn't it? I apologize. Hold on. Let me double check that. His key dagger might do less. Skeleton key. Yeah. Oh no, it does the same. D4. So I rolled 3. Yeah, 3 points of damage. But you have armor, right?
I do. So I reduce a D2.
Roll a D2.
I got a 2.
So you only take 1 point of damage.
Nice.
Yeah, don't forget that. Armor is important for that. That's, you know. Okay. And then the other two are attacking you, Meatbag. So roll 2 defenses. Your DR is
Uh,
14 because you're in your medium armor.
I got 2 the first one,
That's going to hit.
and then 5 the second one.
2 in the first one, and 5 on the second one. So they both hit you.
Yeah.
Okay, first one hits you for 3 points of damage. Roll your damage reduction.
All right. 3.
So take nothing from that. Second one hit you for 2 points of damage. Roll your damage reduction.
1.
So you take 1 point of damage.
All right.
And then it's your turn.
All right.
So 2 with sickles are fighting you. The one with the key is still within reach of you, but he's fighting Yatna, who came up and attacked him.
All right. I'm gonna bite the guy who just hit me.
Okay, go ahead. Roll to hit. So
8.
I'll roll the d6. See, on a 1 to 2, I rolled a 1. So he's going to get a free attack on you.
All right. I got a 18.
Okay, you're going to hit with your bite. And roll your defense for his free attack.
13.
13. Okay,
Plus the
so
deal, like
so
15, 50.
yeah, no problem. You have easily dodged his free attack, but you bite into him. What's the
4.
damage on that?
4.
Your bite's D4.
Uh,
Oh, it's
it's a
D6.
D6.
Yeah, and you
I
rolled
did
a
4.
4. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. So, and this is the key guy, or no? This is the one that hit you with the sickle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Got it. Marked it. So yeah, your teeth fight are having difficulty finding purchase. The fog is ropey, and it's just skeleton. It's bone. There's no flesh to bite into, unfortunately. But yeah, you biting onto him, gnawing on his bones. Then Yotna, what do? You still have the key guy in front of you.
Yeah, I just wanted to check on Meatbag. I don't remember the number, but I just wanted to see how bad of a hit he just took from the other two skeletons while I'm toe to toe with the key one.
Just took 1 point of damage.
Okay, not too bad. So I'm gonna swing again with the
Okay,
iron femur.
cool. Imagine like kind of like a Terminator exoskeleton leg kind of thing, you know, like
That is a 13.
that hits. D6 damage.
All right. I got a 6.
6. Okay. On any time they take 5 or more damage. Where is it? Here it is. They shatter. So you shatter him. He drops the dagger to the ground and he's gone.
Iron femur.
Iron femur for the win. It was a good idea. The other two are still up, and it's the next round. So go ahead and roll initiative.
4.
4. Okay. So you can go first, meatbag. So
All right.
you bit this guy.
I'm still gnawing on him. I'm gonna bite him again.
Okay, roll to hit.
13.
Yep, definitely hits. Damage.
Uh, 5.
This time you bite through and you shatter him, and he drops his. Oh, actually, he's got the fog-bound weapon. Yeah. So the dagger was actually a solid weapon that skeleton dropped, but this one, his foggy weapon and tendrils just fade away as his bones crumble to the ground. There's only one remaining, and it's your turn, Yutna.
Yeah, I'm gonna decide that I can pick up that key dagger later and just swing in at this remaining uh
Give me your attack roll.
smoky skeleton with the femur.
Yep, the iron femur.
That's 15 plus
Yep,
1, 16.
damage.
I got another 6.
Cool. You smash the last fogbound skeleton. They're all gone, and you guys are now just in the colander room with the lockbox on the stone table, tunnel leading east, and the tunnel leading back north from where you came. This, the dagger key is still on the ground.
I'll,
Yeah, I'll scoop
I'll
that up
point
and
it.
approach the box.
Yeah.
And
I'm
uh
gonna,
and
I'm gonna
and
poke
pop
it
that thing
first.
open.
Hold
Well,
on. Let me
well, oh
poke the
yeah,
box first.
you want to poke like before
Yeah,
we open it?
yeah. I'm gonna poke it with my iron rib from like kind of from a distance.
Dude, this feels heavy.
All right. And I'm gonna pick it up and shake it.
Pick it up and shake it. Sounds like it's full of coins.
All right. Then I'll put it back down and I'll gesture over to the guy with the key.
Yeah, if he's right there, I'll just toss you the key, and I'll just watch the room while you pop it open.
Fair enough. All
Roll
right.
d4, Ronnie, as you stick the key in and turn it.
1.
You open it and it's full of flowing cold water.
The hell? I'm gonna like lap it up like a dog.
Yeah, it's just cold water. Fresh water, actually. Probably the cleanest
No.
water you've seen in a long time.
I'll fill up my water skin with it.
All right. Yeah, dump out the shit you got in there.
Yep.
Cool.
Does it keep flowing out, or is it just water, like a single kind of
It's
thing?
just a single strong box full of cold flowing water.
Is there? All right. After I fill it up, is it just an empty box?
Well, I mean, I don't think your water skin is that big, but yeah,
All right, then
you dump it out then the rest of it.
yeah, and then I'll feel around for like a false bottom or something.
Nope, it's just an empty box.
All right, I'll toss it on the floor.
Back in the corridor, you've opened your 3 urns, Helga. Tunnel leads north or south, or you can crawl back east to where you left your companions. They did not follow you, obviously. Are you there, Matt?
Sorry, I was muted. My
Okay,
bad.
no worries, it
Um,
happens.
I'll crawl back. A little too freaked out being by myself in this corridor. But I'll head back their way, and advise them that I found a passage filled with appears to be some kind of I don't know, burial chamber. Maybe we should check that out.
Yeah, hear his voice
Sure.
echoing.
Yeah, sure. I'll go over towards where he is.
And go back that way. You go with him,
Yep.
Yatna.
Yeah, there are no other exits to this room.
There is, yeah. The room that you were in. If I go the right way, there's a tunnel leading east.
Okay, I'll just make note of that and follow the others.
Okay. Let's see something here. Okay. So they come back over to where you're at, Helga. Tunnel leads north or south. There's also 3 now empty large urns on the floor. Well, no, not necessarily all empty. One is for sure empty. Maybe 2. One is still full of teeth. I presume you didn't take the teeth, Helga?
No, no, I did not take the teeth. I'll
Okay.
offer that to um, our friend here who likes to bite people. Hey, we got some extra teeth here.
Uh, like what kind of teeth are they? Are they sharp or
They're human teeth.
useless?
Well, actually, the whole, I mean, I didn't, the whole urn is filled with, I'll, you know what, I'm gonna stick my hand in there and just root around. Is there anything like buried in the teeth?
The urn begins to consume your arm. No, no, it's just teeth.
All right.
Well, that would have
That'd
been
be awesome.
awesome.
That'd be
Like a
awesome if it like bit his arm off.
like a fucking grinder, meat grinder.
Nope,
Uh,
they're just teeth.
The old wood chipper.
Yeah.
Just teeth, I'm afraid.
all right. Well, north or south?
Uh,
Thanks.
north,
Works for me. After you.
always. And I kind of like fling the silk in my horns, like it's hair. And then I go north
Okay.
again.
Let me see here where you were headed to the north. Yeah, here, north. Tunnel leads to. Excellent. Just double check something here, make sure I'm not doing something wrong. Oh yeah, here's where you were. There, there. Oh, this is the corridor. I get it now. Okay, and you're going this way. Awesome. Give me a D10 roll, please. Who's leading the way?
Meat bag is
Give me a D10 roll.
3.
3?
Yep.
Okay. As you're working your way along this corridor, you come across 4 dogs digging here in the corridor, like digging away at a tunnel. And they see you and they begin to growl aggressively. They're
I'm gonna
unbred
growl
mutts,
back.
to be specific.
I'm gonna growl back and make an intimidation check or whatever that is in this game.
I have an idea. Can I see the femur?
So
I want
what?
to pour some
Or here you
I want to
go.
pour some of my I think I'll pour the red poison on it and toss it to the dogs to chew on.
Oh my.
Nice. Good use.
Ronnie, give me a presence test.
All right.
Now you are trying to intimidate a pack of unbred mutts. I'm going to call this really hard.
I got 15.
You got a 15? Damn, you needed a
Yeah.
16.
Ah, damn.
Do you want to spend an omen? You can
Um,
turn that straight into a success by lowering the damage, the difficulty
Yeah,
by 4.
that's been an omen.
All right. So you're like, hey, give me that femur, and you're pulling out your red poison, Helga. As Meatbag just like growls at these dogs aggressively and like kind of leans towards them, and they turn and they yeah, they failed their morale check. They run away. They
Oh,
really failed
how
their
Sorry.
can
morale
I?
check.
I'll hand the femur back to Yalton there.
Yep.
I'll
All right,
howl
I'll
afterwards.
grab the dry side of it. Yeah.
Or I'll go investigate what they're digging at.
Nothing. They're just digging.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, nothing of interest.
This is a dead end then.
No, hold on. It doesn't dead end at all. It goes on.
I think we can keep moving.
All right, keep
We're
going then.
gone.
This is where it's going to. So you're coming from the south, right? Okay. Let me put up here an image because this will be important. Oops, that is not the way to do that. There we go. That's what I'm trying to do. Hope you like bugs.
Ugh.
Is that a yay for the bugs? Yeah. Yeah, yay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Let me just double check this here real quick. So yeah, this corridor goes down, and actually eventually it turns a little bit to the right, kind of east, and it goes into a room, if you want to call it that. Hot and humid, rancid sweat stink clings to your nostrils. You can hear a sound of rushing water coming from the north, and there is another tunnel leading that way, another corridor leading that way off of this room. That's the exit, if you will. The room is covered in debris and things stolen from nameless graves and tombs. There's an occupied throne of trash and would-be valuables. Roaches, meaty and otherwise, sit and scurry on the shit-stained floor. To the north is an archway, and tunnel, which is the direction you hear the rushing water coming from. To the west is the tunnel you've just come from. You see a man in this throne. He's holding a whip in his grubby hand. He is the roach herder, and that is his roach whip. He looks at you with relative disinterest at first and whips a couple of roaches. They scurry around, and he seems to be talking to them.
I'd like to take out one of the pouches of white powder and
Hmm.
just
And
slam it into my face and inhale it.
okay.
I'm gonna I'm gonna hail to the roach herder, and I'm gonna say out, fellow roach man. I too know your ways. And I'll gesture to the roach that lives in my hair.
Hmm. He comes down with real interest at that, and he comes walking towards you to take a look at this roach.
And I tell him this is my friend and only friend named Blackjack.
How did you end up here?
Uh, I just woke up.
There were many of us. Uh, grave robbers we were. But they all eventually died, leaving me here all terribly, terribly alone. Just me and my cockroaches. I breed them, breed them. There's millions of them. One day I hope to hatch one big enough to fly me back to Galgenbeck.
Quite the quest.
And
I
then he
wish you
looks
luck
kind
with
of
that.
then he looks kind of depressed. He says, "But so far I've not been successful."
Do you have any information on what this place is?
This is Graven-Tosk. Greatest cemetery in the world. I've been trapped here for years, maybe decades now.
I see. You speak to the roaches?
Yes, they're my only friends.
Then they do not tell you the way out.
No, but I could take you to the Undertaker's shack. Maybe she
And
could
this
help.
Yeah,
uh
maybe you join us and we take you to Graven-Tosk once we're done here.
Well, we're in Graven-Tosk, but get me out of Graven-Tosk.
Oh, Graven-Tosk was it? What's
That's the cemetery.
the other G one?
Galgenbeck, I think.
Galgenbeck, sorry, the other G one.
Did I get that right? Was it Galgenbeck? I think it's Galgenbeck.
That's yeah, sounds right. Yeah. So yeah, well, maybe you join us and help us get out of here, and we'll take you to Galgenbeck.
Yes, yes, yes. I could take you to the Undertaker's shack.
all right, well, lead the way.
Excellent. Come, friends. And he starts scooping up roaches and putting some of them into his pockets. He puts some into his hair. His hair is all frizzy out. He looks like he's got 1 foot in the grave already. He's really old.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, as he gathers up as many roaches as he can onto his person,
Kindred spirit.
he will start leading you towards the archway to the north. Let me see here. I can put the map up here now because it's not going to matter anymore. I can also take the roaches off. Yeah, that works, I think, relatively well. So he takes you north to the Shadow King sewer. The air here carries petrichor as ice-cold droplets splash warm stone. Words are drowned out by pitch-black water deafeningly crashing past. This stone tunnel is amputated by a river of frothing and rushing water heading north and west. To the north, there's nothing but cold, hard rock. South is the tunnel leading back the way you came. But above, there is a hatch and a rope. You'd have to stand on someone's shoulders to reach it. Be careful, the roach herder says. Don't touch the water. You'll be swept away and drowned.
Hmm. I will need your assistance, road trader. Please bend down.
Huh? What? Oh, okay. So you're gonna stamp up on the roach herder to reach this rope.
Yeah.
Start pulling yourself up.
All right. Good, my friend. Good. Good work. I'll climb up.
The rope is real long, but you do see some kind of light up ahead at the top, somewhere far above. As you're pulling on the rope, you can feel like it gives a little bit, like your weight, it kind of like almost like you're counter pulling against something, you know? It doesn't
Yeah.
give a lot, it doesn't keep giving. Just like when you first pull, you can feel, you know, like it's attached to something heavy on the other side, perhaps to allow you to climb up it. You can just keep climbing.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'll watch him make his way for a bit.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll do the same.
sure. He keeps going. He's going to be out of sight after a bit, or basically
And as
until
he's
he
getting
starts.
out of sight, I'll just yell like, "Let us know when you're at the top. Holler!"
All right. Do I reach the top?
Yeah, eventually you climb up. Let me see here. Yeah, you realize after a while, and it starts. There's more light seeping in through cracks on the sides. Um, the whole time, though, I mean, it's just this rope that you're pulling yourself up, so it's quite a climb. Um, you think you're inside a tree
Hmm.
after a bit, and as you pull yourself more and eventually reach the top, um, there is a let me see here. Yeah, there's like a landing that you can step up on, and there is a wooden door, just big enough for a person to crawl through in front of you. Also, when you let
All
go of
right.
the rope, you feel like it pull back up away from you a bit, like something has just, the counterweight has just obviously been relaxed.
All right. I want to like, cut the rope like half cut, so it's like weakened, but it's still will hold weight.
Okay.
And then I'll call up. Yeah, the rope's good. Come on up.
Okay. Who wants to go next?
Should we paper, rock, scissors?
Uh, send the yeah, I guess we should. Um, could send the old man up first.
I take a mild offense to that.
I meant the other one,
The
the
rotator.
one with the roaches in his head, hair. Um, yeah,
I'm behind that idea. I'll go help. I'll help the roach herder up.
Okay. He scurries up the rope. He climbs out up on the landing with you, Ronnie.
I let him pass. He's a friend after all.
I'll stay there with my fingers interlocked, kind of crouched down on one knee, like, all right,
I am
you ready
just
to
a
go?
yeah. I
Oh, by
guess
the way,
I'll.
guys, we never rolled your hit points for catching your breath after that last fight. So you each got a D4 hit points back, up to
Oh,
your
cool.
maximum of whatever you started off with, of course.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, I forgot about
Nice.
that. I'm just looking at this sheet and I noticed that. So okay, so Helga's going next, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, Helga. So you're climbing up this rope. Give me an agility roll, agility test.
16.
Okay, you make it to the top.
Hold on. Before you make it to the top, I want to
Okay,
stop him before he gets to the ledge. And I'm
her.
going to hold the rope in my hand with my iron rib. And I'm going to say, hand over all your treasure,
I'll reach into
or you will fall to your death.
I'll reach into my sack, I guess,
Backpack, I think
and
you had, yeah? Oh no, you took the sack. That's right, yeah.
yeah, and I'll just say there's I have this that the black colored potion. It's a healing potion.
That all?
I do have some poison left over if you'd like that.
No. The potion will do. Hand it over.
I'll hand him the black
Black
potion of
healing
healing.
potion. Yeah.
Yeah,
There, I'll pocket that. And then I'll reach down and grab his hand if he,
Her hand.
her hand. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay. Pull her up.
I'll
Okay.
I'll I'll wait. Yeah, okay. He's pulling me up.
And hold your tongue. Say nothing.
Very well.
Now who's out at the bottom? It's Yatna.
Uh, yeah. So I guess I jump and try to grab the rope.
Give me an agility test.
Oh, 4.
Oh, nope. You can't reach it.
Do you need some
I'll
help,
yell up.
friend?
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
yell
yell
out.
up. If can you lower it a little bit? Is there any slack up there?
Can I slow it a little bit?
There's no slack. I mean, you can
There's
pull
no
it
slack.
down. You can, yeah, with your weight, you can. You remember when I said like
No,
it kind of gives a bit
no, that's all there
tension,
is.
like.
There's no slack.
Oh shit. Um. Well,
I'll point down to the roach, the roach man. Oh,
I,
friend, it looks like you're not leaving today. Get back down there.
can I run back and grab the empty box that had water in it and try to like
Yeah,
use that
absolutely.
as a chair or something to
Absolutely. You can
be
stand
like,
up on that and
hold
then jump
on.
from. You can jump off of that to try to reach the rope. Give me another
Yeah, I'll
agility
give
test.
that a go.
Is he climbing up?
We're gonna find out in a second. Another agility
And
test. A 10? No.
A 10 without there's no bonus for the box.
There is a bonus with the box, but
yes, that was probably with the bonus, yeah.
it was already a difficult jump because originally you had to climb on somebody's back to reach it. So,
Right, right. Oh man, do I remember any more furniture?
so the roach guy climbs down
Yeah.
and he will help you up.
Oh, thank
And
goodness.
once you climb up onto the rope, he reaches up and he's like, "Don't wait, take me with you." He won't.
So I have my like backpack, so maybe I could grab like one arm loop on my backpack and lower the other arm loop down and
Okay,
try to bridge some of the distance.
You
okay.
guys see them doing this?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hold the rope anyway because I know both of them are probably coming up,
Okay. Yeah, so you pull him up, he grabs onto the rope.
and then before he comes up, I'll rob him too.
Okay. So you'll get to the top first, Yotna, with the roach herder right behind you. And
All right,
you're met by a
and I'm getting
hostile.
robbed.
You're getting robbed by the fanged berserker or the fanged deserter.
I steady myself on the rope and pull the iron femur out. Say, so far this is the best thing I got. Uh, but other than that, I've got some medical supplies
Yeah, hand it
and
over.
some of this white powder.
Yeah, all of that. Hand it over.
All right. I'll throw the throw my backpack.
Okay.
Or
Uh,
I'll take it
and
and pocket it,
my rusty short sword and knife.
and then I'll let him up after he gives me the stuff,
Okay.
and then the roach man's still coming up.
Yep. Yep. He comes up, climbs up.
Or I'll cut the rope on him.
Oh, let him fall.
Yeah. Blackjack says you're not right in the head.
No, you're so treacherous. The roach herder is dead. Well, you hope he's dead. Either that or he's got a lot of broken bones. He's in a lot of agonizing pain.
I'll gather up my new belongings and I'll push past these chumps, and keep going.
Now there's a problem. The roach herder knew the way to the Undertaker's hut. You guys do not.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm
We'll
good.
figure it out.
I'm gonna immediately like my
Oh yeah.
bones are gonna start snapping and I'm gonna start shifting and my skin's gonna get scaly and I'm gonna have like some like ridges of horns along my head come out and my jaw elongates and my teeth sharpen. I'm gonna
I
turn
hear.
into my life and death lizard.
Oh, you
Take,
dare approach me?
takes him around. He transforms into the life and death lizard. I don't think. Yeah, there's no negative effects to that. Just takes you around to do it. So he begins changing form.
He begin changing form. Can I kick him off the fucking ledge?
You can try to.
Or I'll try. Well, I never transform in battle.
PvP. Okay. So I'm going to call this your strength roll against his agility roll.
All right.
Okay. Got an 11.
13 plus 3 or plus
Okay.
2.
Yeah, you can kick him off the edge. Well, you can kick him. Hold on, see if you do any damage. Sorry. Let's see here. Because you have armor, right?
Yeah, my form gives me a -2 damage. I think that's a D2 damage or just two -2. I
Yeah,
don't
let me
All right.
remember.
check here on the
What's
curse
it?
walker thing here. Life and death
What's it?
lizard. Do. Yep,
Negative
yep, yep,
D2.
yep. Cool. Okay, so damage is gonna be what's unarmed damage?
I think it's a
D4, I think.
D4.
D4 or D2?
Oh, maybe
Let me
D2.
double check. Unarmed. Ouch, my neck hurts. Unarmed is D2. So roll D2, Ronnie, and you roll D2 as well.
I got 2.
I got a 2.
Okay, so you kick him, but he takes it and he stands there and he fully transforms into the life and death lizard.
All right.
His armor drops down on the ground there, right around him. Um,
Just like my toes pop out of my shoes and claws just latch into the stone, and I hold my ground and snarl a bit.
okay. You guys gonna go into combat then?
I'll say, we need not fight. I will give you this ruby as amends for my treachery. I'm gonna hold out the ruby.
I'll grip it up. Although I don't have pockets anymore, I'll just hold on to it and kind of like hold it very preciously, clutch it close to myself.
All right. Are we cool? We cool?
It's like low growl and kind of slowly start lurching forward, just kind of passing by me bag, keeping steady
So going
glare.
going out the door, yeah.
Yep.
All right. All
All
right. I'll
right.
follow.
So the door, I'll show you where it leads you to. Where is it here? What did I name that? Strangly tree. There it is. That's where you come out. See the door about a little over halfway up the tree. So the door opens up and you can see you're up pretty high up on this tree. There's a wooden ladder leading down the tree. And there's all these corpses hanging from the branches of the tree. And you realize that the rope, that's the counterweight. Every time you were pulling on the rope, you were probably pulling on, these corpses, and they're all swaying there from the tree. Um, where is it? Here we go. It's a huge tree, long since leafless. The branches are groaning from the weight of the dozens of hanging bodies. Nooses swaying excitedly in the wind. The direction stretches out in every direction. Or, sorry, the graveyard stretches out in every direction.
If only we knew a way out of here.
The roach herder knew a way.
I'll whisper to Blackjack. I'll say, guide me, friend. Guide me through the waste.
Start making my way down the ladder.
Okay. Oh, let's see. This is a good time for a encounter roll. Roll d10 for me there, Jotna.
All right. 4.
4. D4 half-build ravens. Yeah, let's do this properly. Let's do an actual reaction roll. Maybe they won't be hostile. What is the reaction roll? Roll 2d6 for me.
I got 3.
3. Nope, they're going to try to kill you. Okay. So as you're starting to climb down this ladder, they dive at you. How many did I say there was? Or did I not say? I said 4, didn't I?
I don't recall.
Well, it's a D4. Maybe I didn't roll it. I don't remember. I'll roll now. There's 3 of them. 3 of them, they dive at you. So roll initiative.
All right. I got a 6.
Okay, so you go first as they dive at you.
I'm just going to just try to grab one and take a big bite of it as I leap my way back, like down the rest of the ladder,
Nice. Okay.
getting to the ground.
Yeah, this is your bite attack.
Yep. Uh, that is an 11.
An 11 isn't going to do it. Okay, but you drop down to the ground then at the base of the tree. I can put the tree back up now too because I don't have to worry about the reaction roll. Okay, the birds continue to pursue you. So roll 3 defense rolls. They're attacking you with their beaks, and they have these. They're attacking with their beaks first.
First one's an 18,
Dodge that one.
and then I have another 16 plus 2, 18,
Yep, dodge that one.
and a nat 20.
Nice. Okay, on the nat 20 again. So a crit natural attack, or sorry, defense. You get a free attack. So go ahead and roll a free attack against that bird,
All right.
that raven.
Natural 1.
Uh, okay.
So I don't just hit fumble on my free attack.
What was your weapon?
My bite.
Your bite. Normally it says
That's a
weapon
weird one.
breaks or is lost. I'm just gonna have you take damage. Roll d4.
Oh, actually, I'll just spend my last omen uh to negate the crit and just
Okay.
take the or well, that's just the crit fail.
Yeah, it was an
Yeah.
attack actually.
I'll just negate the
Okay,
that.
so it's just a fail. Got it. Okay. So that's the 3 half-build ravens. Who is coming out the door after him?
That's probably me.
Okay, so you see this going on then too when you come out. You see him like
Hmm.
drop down the last half of the tree and fighting with these birds. I'll let you roll initiative, Ronnie. Oh wait, yeah, everybody went. Yeah, so roll initiative.
5.
Okay, you guys go first. So what do you want to do?
I'll pull my bow out and I'll hit one of the ravens.
Go for it. So it's a presence test.
12.
DR12. That's a hit. Damage. 1d6, right?
D6. Yep. Oh, 6. Nice.
They don't have any armor. Nope. Boom, you kill one.
Nice.
One of the birds dead. 2 left. What about you, Jotna?
I will see if I can get a bite in on another one.
Go for it.
Natural 20.
Okay, d6 damage times 2.
All right. So that's a 2. Doubled is a 4.
Nice. Yeah, you destroy it. You consume large portions of it. There's only 1 remaining. I'll roll morale actually,
Dinner.
because they may flee. Okay. Nope. They will continue to attack. Okay. So it's the last raven's turn. It's going to attack you. Go ahead and roll a defense, Jotna.
Oh, 6.
Okay, hits you with the beak for 3 points of damage. You have armor, right?
Yep. So I negate 2 of that.
So you take 1 point of damage, and its long tongue comes out and starts wrapping around your neck, choking you.
Ah.
Roll an agility test, please. DR 12.
13.
13. Okay, so you're able to move around and avoid it cutting off your airway completely, but it's trying to choke you with its tongue.
Great.
And that's next round initiative. So I'll let you roll initiative. And at this point, then Helga will be breaching the door then and looking down and seeing what's going
Rolled a
on.
1. Your enemies first.
Okay, so he's still choking you. So roll your agility test again, please.
All right. Ooh, 6.
Okay, so this time he does get hold of you, and the damage on this is not reduced by armor because he's choking you. That will do 3 more points of damage. And that's the only bad guy, so that's your guys' turn. Who wants to go first? Maybe you, since you're getting choked out. Yep, no.
That's gonna actually, those 3 points are gonna do me in right there. Sorry, I was
Are you,
muted.
are you at 0 or are you below 0?
I'm at 0.
You're at 0, so you're broken. You're not dead. Roll d4.
1.
You fall unconscious for d4 rounds and waken with d4 hit points. Or yeah, so you're going to be unconscious for 3 rounds. So let's go of you once you drop unconscious. Helga and Meatbag are both at the door up in the tree, looking down at this.
Yeah.
There's one bird remaining.
Oh, take aim with my bow again.
Go for it. Presence test, please.
13.
13 hits, damage,
2.
dead. Last bird is dead. After a couple of
Nice.
rounds, Jotna regains consciousness, and you have 4 hit points, Jotna, when you come to.
I'll offer to trade the health potion for the jewel.
I feel fine.
Wow. Okay. Excellent. Then.
Totally fine. Clutching the jewel. Like, we had a deal.
We did. But you are injured. You can't enjoy the jewel if you're dead.
They're conversing about their potential trade. I want to see if I can get an idea, looking around, any sort of any clues, anything that might lead me to direction to the uh, where the roach master was going to take the roach herder, excuse me, was going to take us. Is there any like markings, like trails, like well-trodden paths? I guess is
No,
what I'm
this
looking for.
this cemetery is centuries old. Nothing but graves and hills of more graves as far as the eye can see in every direction.
Hmm.
Again, I can take out the tree, I suppose. Put back up the Graven-Tosk image. It looks like it's going to be a crapshoot or a die roll, as the case may be.
I will.
Let's pick a direction, I guess.
Yeah, I'll just start going in a direction. Oh wait, yeah.
Roll a d4, please.
Rolled a 1.
A 1. Okay. So as you guys are wandering around in the foggy cemetery, getting lost, roll a d10, please, for encounters.
Rolled a 2.
2. You begin to hear a woman sobbing. And give me 2d6 for a reaction roll as you see a widow wraith. This skeletal woman in tattered robes floating above the ground.
Rolled an 11.
Rotted old tiara holding back stringy hair on top of her head. You rolled an 11. Okay. I think, if I recall correctly, Oops, that's the wrong thing. Here's what I'm looking for. 11 is actually helpful. She sees you, and she just continues to weep, and then kind of not really, yeah, kind of almost ignores you. She's obviously she took notice of you, but she does not seem to be hostile.
He's
Maybe she knows the way.
I'm
I
gonna
know
hail her.
that's what I was thinking too. I think we should take a light touch, I say to Meatbag. She is a mourning widow after all. Uh, uh, is there any like
Oh,
I'm gonna look around and see if there's any like discarded trinkets or whatever someone might leave at a grave.
I will present her with the silk I stole from that tomb earlier.
Hmm.
A very fine silk.
Give me a presence test, please.
16.
Whoa. 16. She
Yeah.
stops sobbing for a minute as she takes the silk and she like adds it to her robes, kind of drapes it over her bony shoulders. And she says, "You are so
Please,
kind."
mistress, lead us the way out of here if you know.
I do not know anything beyond the bounds of the cemetery, but I can take you anywhere within its boundaries that you wish.
I look at the rest of the party, and where were we going again?
Like the gravekeeper or like a
Yeah.
The
For,
Undertaker.
The
the
under.
under
undertaker. Yeah.
yes.
Take us to the Undertaker.
Very well. And she will guide you through the cemetery, thankful for your gift of
Nice.
the ripped silk undergarments of a dead man.
It was, I knew it would help out eventually.
She guides you through the cemetery, walk for what feels like miles, avoiding any other hostile encounters with her guidance, until you see a stone hut with a thatched roof and walls covered in creeping vines. Outside of the hut, there are piles of logs, a dozen barrels, um, about a half a dozen freshly made coffins. Um, you can see an open grave with what looks like a robed woman's body in it, and there's a small garden overgrown behind the hut. And the widow wraith then, having led you to the location, disappears.
With the silk?
Yes, you get the
All right.
intermingled smell of wet lumber and rotting flesh here. Light flees through the cracks of a closed window shutter. You can hear muffled voices coming from inside.
Shall we?
Maybe that's where he is.
All right, I'll go to the hut and knock on the door.
Yeah, as you're approaching the hut, you can hear a little light arguing going on inside. Sounds like a few different voices. Um, they're arguing over chores and who's going to take first watch. And then you knock on the door,
Yeah.
and they stop talking for a moment, and then the door opens, and you're met by a man with a crossbow, wearing leather armor. He's wearing the uniform of a Schleswig guard. He says, "Hello, travelers. Are you trying to get out of this damned cemetery as well?"
Yes. We've been wandering for days. Please help us.
"I am Benzin, Fanged One. Please come join us. These are my companions, Stein and Arga." And so you come in, and there's this Schleswig guard here. There's a merchant who is the man named Stein, has no armor, just has a short sword and a purse. And then the third individual here is Arga. Excuse me, sorry. Arga is she's a Galgenbeck priest. She is wearing scale armor and has a staff. She also has a scroll case.
They don't react at all to the horrific monster behind us. The lizard man.
And clutching my ruby, just kind of a little hunched over.
Right, yeah, you're still in lizard man form when you walk in, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they're kind of taken back at first, but then they realize that you're all together and, well, the world's coming to an end after all. There's strange things going on. Might
That's true.
ask you nervously. Ironic that they'd turn to the Fang deserter for comfort, but is he okay? Is he friendly?
Well, he's not friendly, but he won't eat you.
Well, you may all join us if you wish to settle down here.
Or do you know the way out first, or
No,
how,
we came here, asked the Undertaker if she could help us escape, but she refused. So we killed the bitch and left her in a grave outside there. Now
You,
we're trying
you,
to figure out which direction we want to head off in the morning.
why did she refuse?
She said nobody leaves Graven-Tosk, living or dead. We're alive, right?
How did you guys? How did your group come to be in Graven-Tosk here? Did you wander in, or did you wake up here?
Oh, well, we were pretty sure we all died, and there was some strangeness. I don't know what was real and what was dream, but we all seem to have shared the dream. Pit of bones, red-fleshed demons, cultists.
I had the same dream as well?
did you guys
Got
also build a bone ladder?
No, we climbed out.
a
Yeah, they used the rope ladder.
different dream then.
Hmm. Bone ladder. That's a good idea, though.
Uh, well, if we're all stuck here, I want to go examine the Undertaker.
Well, if you want, she's not very exciting. So you go to walk out of the hut to go around to look at the shallow grave, the open grave.
Yeah,
Sorry, it's not a shallow grave; it's an open grave.
Yeah, I'll go with them actually.
Yeah, I'll
Excellent.
follow.
Oh, okay, all three of you go. They're still inside arguing over who's to take first watch. I took it last night. Um,
They're boring.
as you walk out and walk around, you do see, indeed, it is a robed woman's body. Um, the air suddenly grows very chill, and the flies ever present in this place, buzzing around, seems to grow distant. All of your neck hairs stand on the edge of an impossible abyss as the fog begins swirling around the uncovered grave. And she rises, floating a few feet above the ground, her face gaunt, eyes sunken and filled with a mad purple fire. Rune-covered robes swirl around grim feet, the shovel, a fiery polearm of doom in her hand. Roll initiative.
no. One.
Okay, so the Uber taker goes first. Her
Uber
actions are
taker.
random. Let me see. Roll d4 for me, Ronnie.
Sure thing. A one.
A 1. Okay, you all three take d4 damage
Oh,
as she swings the shovel around in a huge arc. Let's see here. So that's 1 point for Meatbag, 3 points for
Right.
Helga, and 4 points for Yutna. If you have armor, you can roll your armor reduction. Yes.
All right.
I rolled a one.
I also got a 1, so I take 3.
Okay. Helga doesn't have armor, I don't think, right?
no, but I have a shield which just reduces one
Ah, right,
point
which reduces
damage,
it by
right?
1. Yep. Or
Ugh.
you can shatter it to ignore all damage from one source.
Ooh. I'll do that actually, considering.
Okay, so she swings, screams out, swings this shovel around. She just does a whole like 360-degree spin, and Helga's shield shatters. Meatbag, I think your armor absorbed all your damage out, and it takes a little bit of damage. And it's your guys' turn. Who wants to go first?
I do.
Okay.
I want to hurl my shoe of death's horse at the Undertaker.
I forgot you had that.
As
Okay.
did I.
So you're disengaging from melee, dropping back and
Yeah,
throwing it. Okay, go for it.
yeah. And DR10.
Right? Is a presence, right? Because it's melee. Or it's not melee, but I think it's
18.
presence. Okay, yep, that's going to hit her. Damage.
Uh,
If there's any specials on that, you have to remind me. I'm not looking at the
4.
4 points of damage.
Yeah, and then I guess if you want to roll a 1 in 6 chance of instantly killing her.
1 in 6 chance that smashes the skull, instantly killing small to medium-sized creatures. Yeah, you're right. No, I rolled a 3. So you
Okay,
did 4 damage. However, she has her Pale Fire defense armor. So she reduces that by 3. You did 4, right? She takes 1.
yeah,
Got
okay.
it.
And then it flings back to me like a
Yep,
boomerang.
exactly. Who's next?
I'll I'm going to back up a little bit, and I'm gonna pull out my scroll that I found, and I'll use the death spell.
Okay,
Oh, damn. Heavy hitter over
here
here.
we go.
Let's see how it goes.
Powers.
Did I hit everybody?
Yes, it does.
I want to get my healing potion back.
But also,
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm now very curious. My character regenerates a D4 hit points per round. When I do that?
yeah, unfortunately, you don't regenerate if you're dead. When do you do it? It happen on your turn, I'd imagine. Usually, that kind of stuff always happens on your turn. This is not there. Oh, powers. Here we go. So make a presence test, please.
Okay. 18 plus 3 is 21.
Okay, so the power is activated. You subtract 1 from your daily use total. Oh, which, would, by the way, would have been your presence plus a D4, I think. Yeah. But yeah, so the spell works. You cast Death. All creatures within 30 feet, which is all creatures here, lose a total of 4d10 hit points. I'll roll that for each of you.
Oof.
Uh,
I didn't roll too bad. It's only 21 points of damage.
only 21.
Oh, she's got 5 hit points left. The Overtaker survives the death, the unclean scroll, as he casts this horrible spell. It just drains the life out of everything within 30 feet. Let me double check something here.
Now, is that including himself? It says all creatures.
All creatures within 30 feet. Yes, it includes himself. Did that kill all 3 of you? It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm dead.
That's 21 hit points of damage.
Uh,
Is there anything you can do with omens to?
um,
I'm out of omens.
Oh, okay.
I got 1 left.
Oh,
Can I,
it wouldn't
can I
help me
reroll?
any.
Can I
No.
reroll my dice?
You can
Or
re-roll
have
his
him
dice. You can
re-roll on
re-roll
the
his
scroll.
dice. You can re-roll his dice. Yes.
Whose dice?
hmm
Who got the lowest? Lowest? Who has the highest HP?
So this would happen before anybody died.
I have 8, or I have 7 right now.
You have 7 right now. You're about to take 21.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
3
I
out
didn't
of
expect
4.
it to hurt me, but it is what it is.
I think. I mean, it does say all creatures.
Yeah, it says
Yeah,
all creatures. I think that means all, everybody.
I
I'll reroll
suspected
my
that was
dice.
the. All right, so I have to re-roll that then.
I'll,
No, he
well,
rolls it for you.
I'll,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So is it 4d10?
Technically, you still get your presence modifier. What's your presence modifier?
+3.
0.
Oh no, you mean the damage roll? You re-roll the damage roll?
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay. You wanted to
yeah,
roll. I'm
yeah.
sorry. I thought you wanted to re-roll his presence check. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll re-roll that.
No, yeah, I want to roll my damage roll. See if I can survive.
Ooh, it's down to 14. So it's gonna be 14 points of damage to everybody. So actually, she now has 12 hit points left.
14. Yeah, I'm still dead.
Still dead.
Nobody survives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was worth a
Well,
try.
well, if we're all going to die, I'm gonna use my omen to deal maximum damage with my attack with the spell. Can I do
Nice.
that?
You
Just take
can,
her
yeah.
out
So
with.
it's 40 points of damage. So you take out the Overtaker as well.
Yep.
Nice.
Blast everybody. Nice.
Wow, it's the
Nuke it
ultimate
all.
nuclear effort, and all the omens are spent. Nobody's got anything left,
Yep.
Nothing.
and you're all dead. But the Overtaker is
And
dead
Rob's dead.
too, which wins the scenario.
Nice.
It's that's what you call
Hey.
a Pyrrhic victory, I would say.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Perfect.
Um, let's see here. Yeah, yeah, she's dead, and that's the end of the scenario. Yeah, basically from that point on, you'd just be up to you to try to find your way, make a plan to get out of Graven-Tosk, or just continue your adventuring there. But yeah, that was Graves
Not when
Left
we're
Wanting.
dead.
That was the Fleshworks and Graves Left Wanting, actually, of course.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool.
Very cool. I will end the broadcast there.